Something I've admittedly been forgetting a lot recently is that things take a lot of time. Of course, not everything. There's a lot of things that kind of just snap your fingers and they're in front of you, but it's kind of easy to get distracted in everything that goes so fast that you kind of get impatient with the things when they take too long. It's weird to describe, but I've been at college 2.5 months now, and I never realized how long of a wait it would be for so much, starting off just getting used to it, being away from home. But there are other examples, like I've recently picked speedrunning back up, and it's hard to just kind of jump back into that, because I'm not near where I used to be in skill at all. That's what happens when you take 2 months off. And it can just be really discouraging. Like, you get this feeling that you're behind. You get this feeling that, you see everyone else around you doing so well in all the environments that you're in. People think more of you than what you think you actually lit on. Um, I don't know. This has just been going on recently for me. And I think it's something that I don't focus on enough. And maybe you have a similar situation. Um, I know in my experience with like relationships and stuff, it's like I have long periods of my life where I I'll like be in some relationship type scenario for like 3 years, and then that will end, and then the next period of being alone will go for like 3 years. And it raises that question, like, when will I be able to experience that again? When will this stuff happen to me? And I think it's important to realize this stuff can take time. Yes, there is the possibility that it takes a week or two, but there's also the possibility that it takes like 10 years. Um, so I think it's important to look at it more so in a lens of what can I do in the meantime? Because I think that hope is a very important thing. And, if you want something in your life, then, hold out some hope that you'll get it. Of course, try. If you want to get a job, then you got to apply and put yourself out there. If you want to be with someone, then you got to put yourself out there again, show who you really are, etc. Um, but no matter what, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of focus, it takes a lot of yourself. And I feel like it's really easy to forget like why you even wanted that in the first place. What caused you to want that job? What caused you to even be so impatient? You think you are. You think that well, this is hypothetical, but you might think that, like, why am I so eager to have this whenever maybe just one day it'll happen? I just have to wait. Why do I want it right now? And I know for me, it was because, especially this past 2 months, it's like I had nothing else going on, and it felt like I did because I'm a college student. I have class I'm going to, and I have, I'll get a job outside, like, once college is over and everything. I felt like I had so much going on, but I looked at my schedule and I realized a lot of my day is spent in my dorm doing nothing. I don't really hang out with people. I don't really go, I'm not in any clubs. How am I active? How am I actively doing stuff if I'm not actively doing stuff? Um, it's really easy, in my opinion, to kind of trick yourself into thinking. It's like that same thing where you tell someone, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, and then you don't. You get that boost of feel good because, oh, you just told someone you're going to go to the gym tomorrow. It makes you feel like you already did, because I feel like we tend to brag a lot, okay? Like, I think it's a good thing. I think, bragging, hyping yourself up can't ever be a bad thing. But sometimes I feel like we use that to rather kind of, I don't know, we just kind of use it to make ourselves feel good and never actually act on it. We never feel like a true bragging sense of feeling good. I don't know. It's a weird topic in my opinion, but at the end of the day, again, it's important to realize things take time. If you want to start going to the gym, you're not just going to show up one day and be coming back every day. I've tried. It's not an easy process. Okay, for me, I'm still looking for something that works, admittedly. Um, I'm, I get around, I try to get over 5K steps a day. I aim for 10K, but sometimes I get a little caught up. I lose track of time, with talking with friends online and all that. But I know that I'm not just going to wake up and be running marathons. It's going to take me a lot of hard mornings. There's going to be a lot of mornings where I'm going to wake up and I'm going to despise the idea of even getting out of bed. All I'm going to want to do is just lie down and enjoy the comfort that I have in my dorm. But, and of course, this is like a really like Sigma grind set type of thing to say, but seriously, I feel like comfortability breeds like just doing nothing. Being comfortable. If you're not doing anything, you're not doing anything, It's a pretty simple little way of thinking about it there, but it's true. It's like if you're not actively out there doing what you want to do, you're probably not going to make it very far. And you could, there's people that, like, I'll use myself as an example. Near the end of my college, or near the start of my college and end of like my high school year, I had a video that blew up, but I didn't actually try on that video too much. I just got lucky. People get lucky. That's another thing to realize. Some people that are in crazy cool positions, they could just be born into a rich household. They could just have a video that pops off. They could have a one-hit wonder song, Like, luck is a factor, okay? You might get lucky. I feel like I got lucky. I got, a little thing. Again, let me brag a little bit. I got a video with a lot of views on my little Minecraft stuff. And I think that is like the luckiest thing in the world. Of course, I did, whatever. It takes time. Things take time, okay? Adding on to that, I was doing YouTube for like 5 years before that, okay? Like constantly uploading, and the most views I ever got was 1,000. And let me clarify, 1,000 is awesome. Like, that is genuinely still insane to me. Like, I think the term, can you imagine 1,000 people in a room is like, I can't. So, and I do want to say, like, thank you a lot for the outcome of the Be Yourself little snug talk video. I think that is one of the coolest things in the world. This is a little tangent, skip past this if you want to get back to that inspirational message or, but I do want to say, like, commentary stuff has been a dream of mine. And now that even if it's small, now that there are people that I would consider maybe an audience, I might be doing this for a while. I grew up watching, funny enough, channels like Luna, which I don't know if their reputation is great anymore. I watched the early stuff, but I watched like the Weekly Slap and just a lot of old commentary stuff. It's hard to remember it all, but I don't know. I was big into commentary stuff, and the fact that I don't know, people think it's cool as well. Like, I read the comments, that was awesome. Anyway, enough yapping on that part. Back to the topic of it taking time. We're getting close to the end of the run here. We have like 4 minutes left, but if there's one little big thing I'd want you to take away, if you're in a situation where things are taking a while, just know, like, you don't have to wait. You don't have to kind of sit in anticipation, waiting every day for this thing to happen. Your life is going to keep moving. Even if this thing takes like a billion gajillion years for it to actually go somewhere, like, the things around you are going to keep moving. The opportunities are going to keep coming, and time doesn't really stop. So don't stop your progress. Oh, sorry, I misplaced an obsidian in the run there. Don't just kind of wait for life to give you the event. You have to kind of give it to yourself. You have to give yourself stuff in the meantime, I mean. I don't know. It's a very strange topic. It's something that I'm still learning a lot about, and I think it's a nice little insight to hear something from someone who's still learning, in my opinion. I'm a first year college student, and I'm just trying my best. Um, I am not the most knowledgeable person, if you can't tell. I don't pride myself in that, but I realize that if I keep doing this, and if I continue just doing what I have fun doing, like this commentary stuff, then I'll get better. But it's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take a lot of videos. Probably gonna be really embarrassed sometimes. Even now, I still have some embarrassment because there's a part in the back of my brain that thinks, oh, what if someone's listening to me through a wall? Which is stupid. If someone is, okay, I'm doing what I like. I don't know. It's a weird topic. But again, it'll take me time to get used to that. It'll take me time to realize that I don't really care. It'll take me time to get more comfortable with topics that are more complex and everything. It will take a lot of time. And in the meantime, to keep myself occupied, I'm going to keep doing this stuff. I'm going to keep doing these videos. And I'm going to let that time pass. And if it never happens, if I never become quote unquote good at this commentary stuff, if you never land that job, if you never get that girl or guy you really wanted, well, guess what you've been doing in the meantime? Maybe you've been implementing that hobby. Maybe you've been implementing that thing you've always wanted to do. Because doing that will give you a fallback. Doing that will give you that plan B. Doing that will guarantee that you don't have anything, If you spend your whole life waiting for life to happen to you, you're not going to have anything to give to life. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say on the subject. If you guys want me to talk about any other subjects, let me know. I think it's really cool that people are actually liking this commentary stuff, especially like the slightly more deeper stuff. I don't know. It's always been a dream of mine to actually have people listen to these. So thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for 100 subscribers on this channel. I think it's awesome. One of my most passionate projects I've ever done. And I hope this hopefully helped you a little bit. And like I said, if you have any topics you want me to talk about, feel free to let me know. I'm open to anything, so yeah, just feel free. If you have any specific things you think I might have some insight on or just want another opinion on, let me know. Leave a comment or whatever. Yeah, thank you for watching.